today we are going to be learning a tune in A cross tuning. So I have my fiddle tuned to E, A, E, A from high to low. This is also an A modal tuning, or not the tuning, but the tune is, meaning that instead of our major G sharp that we normally play in A, we're going to be playing G natural, a low second finger on the E string. So the tune is Icy Mountain. We'll start off now with our first phrase. That's E, C sharp, E, F sharp, G, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Oops. Nope, I added in one extra note. When walking back down, there's no F sharp. It goes E, F sharp, G, G, A, G, E, D. No F sharp on the walk back down. That phrase again. Two more times. Then phrase 2. That again, a little bit of a notey piece. We're going to have a surprise G sharp that comes in here. E, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, D, E, G sharp, A, G sharp, A, B, A. So even though we're primarily using that G natural in this modal tune, we are using G sharp in this phrase too. One more. Now phrase 1 and 2 together. Once more. Then phrase 3, you can either play it exactly the same way that you played phrase 1, or you can make it sort of a combination of phrase 1 and 2 there at the beginning. You could do I'm just adding in that walk down through the D note. You could even replace the very first E with E, F sharp, E. Or if you want to keep it just straight, play it exactly the same way as you did phrase 1. This is a call and response tune, so that means that typically phrase 1 and 3 are the same, or in this case there's option for a few changes to it, and then phrase 2 and 4 are going to be different phrases. So let's put together now phrase 1, 2, and 3. And phrase 4. Whoop. sharp, A, B, and then this is going to be our second finger on the D string. That's normally our F sharp note. Let's see, what is that now? A G sharp. And then A, which is our third finger on the D string. So each one of those notes has just moved up because we're in cross tuning. That's an E string rather than a D string. So our second finger that was before F sharp is now G sharp. Our third finger that was G is now A. So that phrase again. Now, I like to hit both the open A and that third finger on the used to be D string together to get extra ring as it's a unison drone there. All right, let's put those 4 phrases together. That gives us our full A part. And if you want to add in any drones at this point, it's quite easy to in this cross tuning because you can't hit a string that isn't going to sound good with what you're playing. That's the beauty of cross tuning. So when you're hitting a drone, your fingers still stay just on the melody string that you've been playing the melody on, but you can either choose to use a higher drone by droning your high E, say when you're on the A string, or a low E by hitting that third string. Either one will work. So we'll play this A part through twice. First time, just the melody. Second time, melody plus some drones. Whoops. One more double stop option, meaning I'm going to be playing 2 fingers on 2 strings there in the beginning. You could leave that D note down for sort of a different twist to the tune. That was just leaving my third finger down on the A string as I was playing my E string notes in phrase 2. All right, moving on to part 2, or B part. This is phrase 1. So I start with a little run up for ease's sake, I'm going to call that a D string, but it's really an E string. But I will refer to those notes here in the B part as if that were a D string. So I'm running up the D string, D, E, F sharp, G, another G, and then another E, and then another D. Again. I'm putting all the notes on that run on one bow stroke. And then all the notes going back down on a second bow stroke. So that ending. Using a little bit of this circular bowing in this. Notes on the D string with this upstroke and then placing the notes down on the G string with my downstroke. It creates this circular motion with my bowing. Those notes again, referring to this as if it were G and D strings, that's going to be B, A, wait, B, G, C, E, C, D, E, A, G. That's our second little phrase here in the B part. So let's put together phrase 1 and phrase 2. Again. Once more. Now, phrase 3, again, like in our A part, we're looking at a call and response here. So I could start that off the same way, but slight change. I'm not going to run up the D string using those pickup note space. I'm instead going to start right on the beat, which is that third finger on the D string, G note, technically A in cross tune. So instead of, it's just, so if this was a D string, D, G, G, E, D. And then our next phrase, similar to our first ending, but the second ending, that's B, G, C, E, D, C, B, G. One more. So let's put those 4 pieces together for our kind of B part. I'll explain more soon. So that's our B part, the main chunk of our B part, which we're going to play 2 times through. But then after we've played it the second time, there's going to be another tag on the end. So for now, let's just go ahead and play what we're calling our B part so far, the meat of it, 2 times through. It'll be... run up is a little bit interchangeable. You could use it on the second phrase, or you could use it just on the first time that you use that call. Then let's take a look at this tag. This tag makes the tune crooked. So it starts off with the same call, the same first phrase that we've been using so far in the B part. And then we're going to go... there. So again, that beginning, here comes our change. So those notes there, B, G, C, E, D, E, B, G, C, E, E, D, E. our F natural, E D, B C, E D, C B, G. Backing that up a little bit. I don't think I can play it from right there. All right, let's start instead at the call. We need to back it up that far. There we go. So that's our crooked tag that happens only after the second time you've played through the B part. So let's practice that tag a couple more times. That's a tricky bit. B section together. So that's going to be, remember, our original meat B part with its two endings. We're going to play that twice, and then we're going to play this tag B part that we just learned. So that's going to sound like this. You just do one time, and then you go back to the A part again for two A parts. So let's talk a little bit about droning. Again, we have the option of basically any string will work here. Especially when it comes to the tag, is I'll just leave that third finger down on the G string, creating, let's see, what is that? It's not a C chord anymore. I guess it would be a B, C, D, a D chord. When I place my third finger on what used to be the G string and my first finger on what used to be the D string, that's a G chord. So I will leave that down sometimes when coming off of that third finger note and returning to my third string. I'll just leave that down and let that be my drone. It's especially fine, I think, on that, on the tag part when you get that second finger involved. All right, so let's try and put the whole tune together. I'll play it through twice. The first time with no drones and no double stops. The second time adding a little bit more of that in, but still playing it slowly.